Today's episode is called Once Upon a Battle Royale. And here is where the storytellers will box up and give their narrative, their take on the theme for this week. It will be judged in the end by our lovely judges who will be up shortly to give their critiques and decide on a winner. Yes, it's not decided by me, but it is definitely decided by my resident judges, all top streamers here on the app. So I can't wait to see what these storytellers have in store for us today. Now, at this point, storytellers, please request the box. And thank you for all my gifts. At 4 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a stream gold king or gold queen. And that person is usually featured behind my name during the featured show for just a little bit of added clout exposure, some faves. Today's, the last week's gold king was Lugs. So you should see his name right beside mine. Thank you, Lugs, so much. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure we favorite my top 3 supporters of the stream. They are right here on top. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Storytellers, please request the box. Thank you for the favorites. Thank you for the gifts. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have our very first storyteller. Baby Meet Me is acting a little glitchy, but all the storytellers, please request the box. That is Top Badge Role Model Fresh, Lux, and Boricua Queen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for today's storytelling? Who's ready? Put a 1 in the box. One in the stream, none in the box, but I see a lot of ones. All right. Looks like we're ready. All right. You convinced me. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present our very first storyteller, a past winner. She goes by the name of Lux. She is also one of the admins. And we are here to present Lux.
Hello, I am Lux, or Luxurtha, you may call me today. This is a story by me. It is called Once Upon a Battle Royale. My life amounts to no more than one drop in a limitless ocean. Yet what is any ocean but a multitude of drops? David Mitchell, Cloud Atlas. It was the day of battle. We had fought valiantly to arrive at this final fight. Alliances had been broken and forged, swords dulled and sharpened, guns emptied and reloaded, armor scuffed and shined. I was both terrified and excited. Though I am little, I am fierce. I got the biggest gun I could afford, as they weren't issued to us at the time, and took my place in front of our king, preparing to attack. We were to meet in the great valley beyond Dragon Fjord. There we stretched. We sang, we waited for our opponents to gather. Send them in, their king yelled with a call from a bugle. A great battle cry arose. Ah! And like waves, their soldiers crashed against ours. For a time, we were gaining ground until they began to release the dragons. We ran screaming, from their fiery breath. We loaded up again, some of us with water guns, and we began to push back. You can take our lives, but you won't take our freedom, we yelled as we charged towards them. We were standing our ground, but getting tired. I wasn't sure how much longer I could go on. As I was about to fall, we heard sounds like thunder. A cloud of dust formed on the horizon, and out of it came hundreds more of our soldiers. Their guns were small, but they were many. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, and we drove the enemy and their dragons back. Fall back, their king called. Retreat, but it was too late. We descended upon them with no mercy. Their dragons were out of breath, and most of their soldiers without ammo or gone. So we surrounded the enemy. Checkmate. Hold on. Oh, I die! I die! Death! Death! Dying! Dead! A great cheer arose from the crowd as the king fell. We had done it! Though our individual contributions had been small, together we had made a difference. We celebrated with wine and delicious food, and great songs were sung about the battle at Dragon Fjord. The end.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're now tuning in, you have been listening to Lux. Let me turn my gift audio off. You have been listening to Lux tell her tale of Once Upon a Battle Royale. What a tale indeed. Thank you to Lux. You did amazing. She is one of our past winners. Please make sure you hit her up with a favorite. She's also one of the admins for the show. So if anyone would like to join, please make sure that you are favoriting her and definitely myself if you'd like to be a guest here on our show. Yay. All right. Well, good luck. Let's see what the judges think. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not up to myself to judge the winners or any of the storytellers. This is all falling on the hands of our three capable judges, Top Badge Smurfy, Top Badge Kitty Commander, and Top Badge Zoe Essex. They are all three amazing judges and also my amazing friends. So it's going to be tricky. So we shall see what unfolds today. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for our second storytelling guest? Are we ready? Everybody's ready? When I see a bonus, but I can't shout it out. So thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for our second guest? Role model, are we ready? We ready for your story? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I see all of my guests all set in the box, ready and raring to go. I see a 0.5 almost loading there. So who wants to snipe it real quick? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present Top Badge Role Model Fresh, who is going to be, first of all, she's a past winner of one of the episodes, and she is now going to go regale us with her tale of Once Upon a Battle Royale. She can introduce herself and then she can jump into her creation based on that theme.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Role Model Fresh. Y'all know who I am. I'ma just get right into it, y'all. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the story of a little girl named Manny? Let me read it to you. Once upon a time, one second, y'all. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Manny. Manny was different from a lot of the kids in our area, so she mainly stayed to herself. Growing up, she was classified as a tomboy. She walked, talked, dressed, played like a boy, but still in all, it didn't stop men and boys from wanting her. Through her lack of interest in men and her strong desire for women, she realized she was a lesbian. Being a lesbian wasn't fully accepted when she grew up. So she knew she would have to work 10 times as hard as an average woman. Many wanted to make a difference. Many wanted to make a difference in this world. She had many talents: fixing cars, cutting hair, playing ball, dancing, photography, video game, rapping, writing, and selling was her expertise. She spent years wanting to find her niche. And one day, through the midst of it all, she found a nap. during the toughest time that anyone has ever gone through was COVID. Of the year of 2020. During COVID, Manny was sitting on her bed and binge watching movies while eating ice cream, um, stressed out because she did not know when's the next time she'll be able to go out or take her kids out, and the worries of her kid having to get an education. Manny found an app called Plenty of Fish, and she thought to herself, hey, I need love too. So she went on to download this app. And when she downloaded this app, it was a whole nother world to her. A world no one can even imagine. When Manny downloaded this app, she had no desire. She did not know that she would fall in love with this app. And this app will soon go on to be something that she loved doing. Manny hit many milestones on this app. She hit her 50 milli. Okay. Not only did she hit her 50 milli, but she grew a strong family called the Models. And she gave out certificates to each and every one of them, acknowledging them and making them family. Not only did Manny have a family on the app, okay, but I also want you to know that Manny had a family off the app as well too. She had a family off the app too. When Manny joined the app, she wanted to make a difference on the app. And the difference that she wanted to make was she noticed that on the top of the leaderboard that it wasn't diverse enough for her. And she seen that there was a lot of Caucasians on the top and she wanted to be one of those people at the top of that list as well. Manny worked hard all her life. She owned several businesses. She invested her money in a lot of different stocks, and a lot of those stocks took off pretty well. And she was doing quite well for herself. And she's seen a lot of people on stream that was struggling, so she wanted to help them out. She began to gift, and she began to gift heavy. She was one of the biggest gifters on the app during her time that she spent on the app. And currently, she is still the number one highest gifting female on the app. Manny had an incredible journey. When I say incredible, she started to create content. She had a show called Acting Out. Um, she became streamer of the year. Okay, and through becoming streamer of the year, she also had other milestones that she achieved. Icon of the year, as well as People's Choice. Role Model had one more goal that she wanted to accomplish, and that one more goal was to be the winner of the Battle Royale. And through her time of uh being on the app and wanting to accomplish the goal of being the winner of the Battle Royale, there was many obstacles that she had to go through. The many obstacles were haters. Of course, with success brings you many haters and people that might act like they're for you, but they are really against you. But that did not stop Role Model. Another accomplishment of Role Model was she found love in a hopeless place. She found Donna Cooks. Donna Cooks was beautiful. She was the yin to her yang. Role Model decided that she wanted to enter into this battle royale. And she knew she had people that loved her, but she did not know the distance that people will be willing to go for her. She did know that she had one top gifter during that time, but the relationship was a little iffy. Role Model was facing a lot during this Royale. Not only was she planning on being in the biggest battle Royale games on the app, but she was facing a battle within herself. She faced the loss of her uncle. She faced the loss of a friend. Okay, and through that, she knew that loss of a friend will be detrimental to a lot of the people on the app. And she was giving that friend some time to come to her senses, which that friend never came to her senses and never showed up for Role Model. Role Model had no choice but to view her as not a friend, but a frenemy. Role Model had everything to gain on winning this battle royale because Role Model had a point to prove. And that point that Role Model had to prove was that through everything, no matter what, God had a plan for her. So Role Model went on to the battle games. Her first opponent, she knew, would be a piece of cake. And she won it with flying colors. It was almost a slaughter, but Role Model knew that that person was a friend, so she decided to gift her as well. Role Model was very honorable. The second battle wasn't going to be as easy. It wasn't. This was going to be a tough one. So Role Model got into a ring with one of the toughest people on the app. When I say this person was tough, this person was tough. She had some high gifters, some very, very high gifters. And she wind up taking her out just like that. She knew the family that she created was unstoppable. People may have had one or two big gifters, but Role Model didn't have one or two big gifters. Role Model had many. One may say 1,000 gifters, and they worked as a team strategically. She went into her next battle knowing that she will do the very same thing. She was confident in her people. Some people lack confidence in the battle, but Role Model didn't lack confidence. She was very confident in this battle, and she went into the battle with Waldo, one of the fiercest of them all. One of the fiercest of them all. And she dressed up in her robe, her boxing robe, as he dressed up in his correctional facility uniform. And she defeated him with flying colors. When she defeated him with flying colors, she jumped up with so much joy, thanking God and loving on her people. She knew she can do it. But she had her arch nemesis, which she loved. He went by the name of Panda. And through all of these battles, she knew there was somebody that was lurking in the background watching, who claimed they took a break off the app. But they made a promise to be there for Role, but they never showed up. Role Model really wanted this win. But her arch nemesis, Panda, went into a battle with Role Model, and he came strategically ready to take her out. And when he came strategically ready, this was the results. Role Model was ready. She knew she can do it. She knew she can do it. We got this team. Let's go. Go hard. Go hard, y'all. Go hard, y'all. And it wasn't enough. Role model lost that battle. Not just one, but they went the full 5 rounds. Although role model lost the battle, she didn't take home that golden crown that she yearned for her entire life. But what she did take home was pride. She had pride in knowing that she had 1,000 people who had the support and the backing of her. She knew that without that one person that everyone thought role model will rely on, she knew she was able to do it. She knew that God gave her the strength of the fight, the biggest fight of her life. She knew not to give up. Although role model did not win that battle, role model did not give up. She still goes on to prepare for the next battle royale, where she will be declared the winner of the battle games. The end.
Well done, bravo, bravo. Can we get some virtual claps here in the comments? Excellent job, role model fresh. But was it enough? Was it enough to beat Luck? Not she pausing
Thank
herself.
you.
Or Boricua Queen, who will be right up next. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're now tuning in, you were just listening to Role Model Fresh, Top Badge Role Model Fresh, here on the app. Give her take on Once Upon a Battle Royale. Ro, thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you can wait right back in the audience, our
Thank you.
judges are going to box up in just a moment, and they will give their feedback on today's storytellers and declare a champion, not just a winner because they're all winners, but a champion for our season. Ah, did you guys enjoy Roll Story? Did you guys enjoy Roll Story? Put a one in the comments if you enjoyed it. Come on, run it up. Stop batch role model here in these streets. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, also at 4 o'clock, the number one gifter of the stream will become our gold king or gold queen. And they will have their name prominently behind mine for the next show, as well as they will get a shout out on IG. Last week it was Lugs with the gold king. Who will it be this week? Let's stay tuned and find out as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, on to our next guest. So, if anyone is tuning in, this is Once Upon a Mejstory, a storytelling show here on the app every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you would like to be a guest on our upcoming season, we are already created the group chats. We are ready with the storylines. We just need you. So please make sure you're reaching out to myself, or to Emoji J, or to Boricua Queen, Lux, or Zach. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please allow me to introduce one of the admins for the show. Her name is Boricua Queen, and she will now tell us her tale of Once Upon a Battle Royale. What tale will she spin today? Well, you stay tuned and you find out.
Hello, everybody. So here is my story. Let's go. Once upon a mystery. Once upon a time, in a land not far away, there were two kingdoms, the Blue Kingdom and the Red Kingdom. The two kingdoms were divided by one common thing: greed. Greed took over the entire kingdoms to the point that once a year they had a battle royale to determine who was the most powerful kingdom. The battles were assembled by teams, including the most powerful warriors of the kingdoms. The kings assembled the lineup and the dates were set up for the battles to commence. The kingdoms were prepared and made alliances with each other. They to gain their victories, right? So they were bringing their diamonds, their gifts, their people to become better kingdoms to gain their win. The closer the battles came, the greed was more intense. You will see you will see in the people, they were unkind to each other. Lies were made up about each other, all for the gain of the power and the richness. All of a sudden, you hear that we were prepared for the battles.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay to Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble! Now, for the thousands in attendance.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to the Battle Royale. Please cheer and enjoy yourself. Throughout the entire kingdom, you can hear the people cheering their favorite warrior. Mesh! 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 You can hear from one side of the kingdom. Truly, truly, truly. From another side of the kingdom, you can hear their names shouting. All of a sudden, the battle starts.
Head, favorite, the love head. I see you number 1, 2, 3 and beyond. I see ya.
1, 2, and 3. Let's go, everybody. Thank you. I see all the level ups. I see we got this. Keep going, guys. Cardboard people. Thank you, Meet Me, for putting on these app games. We appreciate the opportunity to feature our streams.
So you should see warrior after warrior defeated by the opponents. Mesh, Jenny, Roll, Charismatic, Alex on Fire, until there were only two left, Sir Panda and Sir Marty Party. The kingdoms were excited, not only because it was the last of the battles, but it will determine who was going to be the winner of the most powerful kingdom to rise up. Even when you think that the people were occupied by the battles, we'll forget about each other's and tear each other apart. That's when the most greed came to the kingdoms. You can see words of hatred, the tea. Oh my God, the tea. Let me tell you about the tea. The lies, instead of the kingdoms come together, they divided each other more and more by the greed, jealousy, and envy. You heard throughout the entire kingdoms a new word, organic. Hmm, organic, you will say. You mean to tell me that the kingdoms were cheating for the win? This tear the kingdoms apart more and more. The day arrived to the last battle. You could see all the efforts that they were made by both kingdoms. Sir Panda and Sir Marty went through 5 battles. You could see that the dragons were released. Roses thrown by the kingdom. They were throwing roses. You could hear the chanting of the viewers calling their favorite warrior's name. Marty Party! Marty Party! Panda! Panda! Finally, the winner of the battles was Mr. Sir Marty Party. He took it all and he brought the victory to the Blue Kingdom. The she was heard throughout the entire kingdom. Marty, Marty, Marty. You will think that that will be end of all this. However, both kingdoms were still divided by greed. Hmm. No matter the outcome of the winning, both of the kingdoms were still divided. To this day, they are divided by greed. And the sad part is that it will never be a successful kingdom when greed is part of it. The moral of the story is no matter the diamond status, all the levels, or a successful kingdom cannot be a solid without a foundation if we don't have real support. You can never build a kingdom with someone who still craves attention from the village. The end.
Thank you to Boricua Queen, ladies and gentlemen. If you're tuning in, you're listening to one of the past winners of an episode compete and take on as her challengers two other past winners, Lux and Top Badge Role Model Fresh, for today's title championship of the entire season. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're now tuning in, you are listening to Once Upon a Mejstory, a storytelling show here on the app where storytellers are given a theme. And based on the theme, they create a narrative with sounds and backdrop and fancy costumes and just real fun storytelling techniques. And if you think you'd like to be a part of it, we'd love to have you. We also make sure that we equip you with the guidelines. We give you a few tips. We show you a few clips of even past winning uh, tales so you have an idea of how the show is run and give you a little bit of an extra push and encouragement to be on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an amazing opportunity for you to showcase your creative streams on what you are capable of doing for your own streams. Um, please take this opportunity to message us, be a part of our show. If you're here to stream and you'd like your showcases, your stream showcased, please make sure that you send us a message. We would love to have you on the show. Perfect chance to get a bunch of faves and definitely be able to put your platform forward. At this time, I must shout out my top 3 supporters of the stream. It is Humble Nuts. We also have Top Badge, Smurfy. She's also a judge here on the show. And we have Lugs. Top 3. Please make sure you have the 3 of them favorited. Please. Okay. Are we ready for the judges' deliberation? What did the judges think? Can we put a 2 in the comments if we're ready for the judges? Or do you guys here want to hear another story? Put a 2 if we're ready for the judges. We have 3 fabulous top badges who are absolutely amazing. Now, what they're going to do is they will box up and they will all individually give their feedback. Then they will deliberate on today's champion. All right, ladies and gentlemen. without further ado, may I present top badge Smurfy. She should need no introduction, especially on this show. She is one of my resident judges. So she is going to be giving her feedback. And I believe this might be her last season with us.
This is so hard. So I really need to not commit to something every Saturday, but I don't think I can leave the show, Mej.
We will be on, if everyone like to know, we will be on hiatus for about 3 weeks. So
I
maybe
feel like
that will give
I feel like
Smurfy a
don't
little
take me
time.
off yet. I feel like I'm just not ready to leave yet. I'm just not ready to leave yet. I love this show and I love seeing when people return and the growth and just how much it's genuinely helping people both
Right.
on the app and off the app. So I'm not ready to leave yet. So I withdraw my resignation if you would so
Yay!
accept the withdrawal of the
I
resignation.
never took it to begin with.
Okay, good.
Never
We
took
good
it.
then.
All right, Smurfy,
So,
what do you think? How did our winners
listen,
do?
this
How
was
did the
such
winner do for the championship? What do you think?
such a wonderful end of season show. Everybody really brought it, and we see every week that people are getting better and better. But when people then return, and even though they won before, they come even harder. It's so amazing to see. Like people really take this seriously, and the love and the care and the attention, the time that people put in is just wonderful to see. So I want to thank everybody that was part of the show. This really was amazing. We do have some scoring criteria that we have to look at. So we look at things like props and backdrops, content, dramatics, eye contact, which is why we're always talking about it'd be great if you're not just reading it. But you're the pros because you've been here before and you've won. So first up, we had Lux. I loved that you were outside. I really enjoy when we get a different view from people, like whether they're outside or in a different room that they maybe necessarily stream from. I really enjoy that. I loved your outfit and your props and the way that you had your story behind your shield. I thought was really, really clever. Your sound effects were on point. You had reference to Braveheart in there as well, which I really liked. And even though you were outside, we could clearly hear you. There was no difficulty with hearing you. I was a little bit concerned when we first saw you outside, would we be able to? But we could hear you perfectly. The little gun with the pew pew had me dying at one stage because it really wasn't scary at all, but it was kind of cute. But I really enjoyed that as well. I want to give you your flowers because you always embody the character you're portraying, and you give 100% every single time, and you have fun with it, and it's so enjoyable to watch when somebody's having fun. So shout out to you for that. I really enjoy how much you take us on your story journey. So thank you, Lux. It was absolutely amazing. Next up, we had Role Model Fresh, wearing my favorite color. Yellow is my favorite color. So that already immediately I was already bought in. I love the yellow. We had a storyline of Little Manny. The sound effects were slightly too high at the beginning, but I think you picked up on it, and then they were turned down a little bit. So that was perfect. I really enjoyed listening to all of your achievements in one place. So I think we all know the amazing things you've done on the app, but to like have them all laid out in front of us really gave people, this is huge, and the things you've achieved is huge. So I really enjoyed that side of it. I enjoyed the story. You, Lux came in with Braveheart quote. You came in with a Rihanna quote of, finding love in a hopeless place. I really enjoyed that. We had the Battle Royale recap. It was a whole movie. I felt like I just needed some snacks. I was really invested in the whole thing. We had love, we had hardship and loss, but then ultimately success as well. So thank you for that. And then Barika Queen was up last. You looked absolutely amazing. The music was great over the top of your story, and the music changed throughout your story depending on where you were in your story, which I really, really enjoyed. The Blue Kingdom versus the Red Kingdom, who was the most powerful? These were all warriors and alliances were formed. It was very dramatic, which I really enjoyed. There were names dropped. We had Mej, we had Truly, we had Marty. I can't remember who else we had, but we had some names being dropped in there, which we also enjoy as well. I loved that you kind of told the story of the battles, but you made it into a really adventurous story as well. So it was almost like if nobody knew about the battle royales, they could still be invested in the story. So I really enjoyed that. And I love that you played clips from the battle as well. And we got to hear Mej and we heard Truly. And I love that because we all just love that kind of stuff, especially when it's about Mej, because, everything should be about Mej. It was very dramatic. The roses were thrown down into the kingdom, and then the blue kingdom won over all. And then the message in your story, I really, really loved. So I love that, no matter the outcome of the kingdom, there was still a separation. And really and truly, there is no foundation without support. And I genuinely loved that statement, because that really does embody everything. Even if there is a loss, as long as you have your support system and your genuine friends, the loss, whilst it's hard to swallow, doesn't actually matter, because you have people around you that genuinely love and care about you. So I absolutely loved it. You were all amazing. I don't know how we're going to score this week. I know we say this every week, but I feel like this might be the hardest one to date to actually score. So I'm going to go back over my notes and tally up some numbers here and see what I can come up with. I have an auction tonight if anyone is free at 7:05 Eastern. I'm in Honey Island's Dukes and Boots auction. I know I don't plug my stuff, but I thought, why not? So I love you, Mej. Please make
I
sure you hit
love
Mej with a favourite.
you.
Make sure you favourite all the admin as well and the other judges. Hit everyone a favourite. Faves are free and we all favourite back. So thank you, Mej.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love you, love you, love you. And I am glad she just gave me back her pink slip. She was giving herself a pink slip and we were not going to have it. So we love that for her. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're now tuning in, you were just listening to Top Badge. Smurfy, a judge here on the show, give her feedback on today's winners, what she thought of their stories. And now she has the task of going back into the judges' deliberation. They have a scoring system. I think Kitty might give you guys a little bit on the scoring system that they have. And then they will decide on who is the ultimate champion for this season. Without further ado, Top Badge, Kitty Commander, a resident judge here on the show. She's going to probably give you guys a little bit insight on what they look for so you can prepare yourself. And then she is going to give her feedback on today's 3 winners. What do you think, Kitty? What do you think?
I really enjoyed the stories today, you guys. Thank you so much for coming out and making a good story for us all to hear, right, Mesh? Incredible. I'm going to go into a little bit of just how we judge things,
Right.
Um, there is 3 categories that the judges are busy like paying attention to during everybody's story. One is the narrative. Does it have characters that are easily identifiable? Is there a plot? Is there a climatic moment, a moment of climax that brings the story together? And is there an ending that kind of pulls it all together? Or if it's a specifically made to have a drop ending, is the drop ending done well? So we are criticizing, if you will, but kindly criticizing, meant to help to improve people along their journey of storytelling. So we're looking at all of those things. And then we also look at something called like costume and makeup and props. So we want to look at, does the person who's got the costume on or have the props or has music playing, is it actually encouraging the narrative of the story? Is it actually made to fit the story and to bring the audience into a better place of enjoyment in their story? Is it useful, or is it just noise in the background? Is it bring us to a greater satisfaction of the story? And then the last part is the dramatic appeal. And this is sometimes more like how you come into the camera, maybe how you go out of the camera. Is there a plot twist? I mean, like maybe there's like a loud bang, there's like a fall, a big fall, there's something that gets you to be like, oh, a jump scare maybe, or something of that sort. We're looking for that dramatic dramatic appeal, the good eye contact, the way you might look at the camera, all of those things, maybe how you like pout with your lips, yes, just like Top Edge Mesh is doing right now. Okay, so we are judging on these categories, you guys. They're very strict. Now, each judge also can give one extra point to their favorite story. So me and the other resident judges, we may disagree on who brought it at this top level. And sometimes that one extra point is the difference between who's
Absolutely.
going to win today. So, we use it. Smurfy uses it. I use it. We all use it to advance our purpose sometimes. And it's great. So that is how the judges, what we're looking for. Ah, I do have points. That's right. I don't give whole points out. If I think it was just like, okay, you get 0.25. So I'm very picky.
Almost a 5. You're almost there. You're almost there.
Your hair was good, but not perfect. No, just things of that nature. So the rubric is done like that. So I'm moving on. Let me tell you about my critiques for today. So Boricua, I mean Queen. I love the blue versus the red kingdom, styled after, of course, the battle platform in our blue versus red. I love a good story about like the knights in the kingdom. I loved how you did your costuming, your hair, your makeup was magnificent. I love this. I loved how you kind of, like Smurfy said, you took the narrative, you made it yours in a way that we all were familiar with it, but I liked the way you reimagined
Right.
the narrative and made it into your own and took us on an actual journey with you. I actually was very invested from in through the whole story, and that's when I know that I'm hearing a really good story, because I'm paying attention to in a way that makes me happy. So that was well done, thank you. My only criticism is maybe I would have liked to of seeing maybe a little more maybe movement or something around the lines of like moving in and out, or almost like you're going to give us a little sneak preview of, but here's what I saw, something like that. I think when I might have been just a little bit extra, but I think it would have been a little bit more of like, ooh, I'm getting some exclusive content right now, and I would have liked to seen that. Lux, um, Lux, okay, the dragon on the fjord, the water guns, the literal small water guns, and the small contribution took the small contributions of many took out the large dragons with the pew pew. You know, I loved it. I loved the narrative. I thought you had very good narrative. You really brought a dramatic and theatrical approach. You had multiple props. You had a good, you're outdoors. It was nice to see an outdoor setting. Um, I really enjoyed the battle even, and there was another lightsaber in the picture there. I mean, you were actually hitting somebody's lightsaber. So I was all, who is that? Is that her kid she's beating with a stick? What is happening? No,
Stick is fighting back.
I want to tell you, I enjoy it. Lux, you're definitely each category was well done. I like how you disguised your story on your shield, on the back of your shield.
I
And
saw
the
that
only
too.
reason I noticed that is just because you dipped your shield a little bit. But otherwise, I would have never even known that that's where you were reading your story off of. And you could tell that you practiced it and that you had made an ample effort to bring the story together with the props, with all of the incredible parts of that we're moving there. You definitely put in some work there, and it was definitely noticed. I don't know if I have, I think that your narrative was strong. I think your props and your costuming were on point, and I think your dramatic appeal was fantastic. So I really don't know if I have much more to say other than really well done. Really well done. Role model fresh. I feel like Manny might have been. This may have been an autobiographical tale of role model fresh. I'm not sure if this was a fictional story or a factual
A little bit of
story.
both.
I feel like it was factual in nature. I was like, I feel like I'm like in a tale of role model fresh's life right now. And I see nothing wrong with that. That being said, there were parts where like I was like, oh, well, what's going to happen here? Or what made that change there? I think I wanted a couple just little extra snippets of like, well, why did she make that decision here? Or what really made that catalyst for you? Like, what was the catalyst for you to make the changes that you made? I wanted a little bit more scoop, I think. I guess I wanted more tea on the catalyst pieces that made those transitions in your life. The story was your story, or maybe not. I don't know, but I think it was a good story, and I liked your hat. I liked your costuming. But I don't think it was so much a costume, but I really liked it. I thought it went well with the story. Um, and then I do like that this was a tale, a true tale of, how persistence, determination, and not giving up. And that I think is, I really wanted to point out that piece, that this is a tale of persistence, determination, and not listening to the haters, no matter who's going to hate on you. Now, that is a strong and powerful story because of that. And even though it wasn't enough, you didn't like, it didn't tear your ship down. You said, you know what, next time I'm not quitting. Let's go next time. We're going to keep on getting up. We're going to keep it moving. And for that, that is an incredible story of resiliency and of our human nature and what we can accomplish when we don't quit. So I really love that for that reason. My favorite part, maybe of the story, could have been the correctional facility uniform that Waldo was wearing. That part. So well done. All the storytellers did an incredible job, and I appreciate you taking your time to share it with us this week. That's
Thank
all.
you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're now tuning in, you were just listening to Top Badge. Kitty Commander gave her final feedback or review on today's winners who were competing for the championship. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at 4 o'clock, which is right now, you have about 1 minute left. If anyone would like to vie for the number one position and be the gold king of the championship today, here is your chance. You'll get a shout out on IG, and also your name will be behind mine for the next featured show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone, be it a guest, be it a judge, be it an audience member, be it my admins. Thank you so much for all your contributions. Today is the season finale of our show. We will be back in the month of June, I believe. Actually, no, I think it was, I believe it's in June. Will be our first show. The first Saturday in June will be our next show. And ladies and gentlemen, I invite you all and encourage you all to be a part of the storytelling. Please reach out to myself on IG, or you have also Boricua Queen and Lux and Emoji J. they are here in the audience. Please make sure you're reaching out to them so they can get you to be part of the show. Now it's 4:01, so Lugs, you are not going to be the Gold King again, but thank you so much for being our Gold King last week. Today, our Gold King is going to be Humble Nuts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be posting you on IG as a thank you, and your name will be behind mine. But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, what we do have is a winner, a champion to decide for today's show. And that champion is, let me double check. Sometimes they change their minds. Sometimes they change their minds. Let me check. I think they got it, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll and a big congratulations to today's champion. I welcome to the box everyone, but I will be announcing the champion first. And all the storytellers, please box up. Here is your opportunity to once again promote or plug anything about your streams. And I encourage you to be a part of our next season. All the storytellers, yes, role model you too. All the storytellers, please request the box. This is your last chance to box up and promote anything about your streams. And I thank you all. You've all done amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll in the chat, please. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. And today's winner, today's champion, ladies and gentlemen, Lux, you are our teller. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If she already had, it's her already having the trophy. That was fantastic.
Thank you. Oh my God. This is such an honor.
Congratulations, Lux. I love she always with all the backdrops and all the sound effects. Lux, if there's anything, congratulations for being our season champion. If there's anything you would like to say to anyone or anything you'd like to promote, here is your opportunity. We're on a
Thank
budget
you.
test. We're on a budget, so small
Thank
words.
you.
Budget
Thank
cuts,
you so much.
budget cuts.
Oh, it's just an honor. Thank you. Thank you for hosting the show, giving me a space to be creative. I just love it. Thank you to the other storytellers, to the judges, to the other admins, to the audience. Thank you, thank you. This is so wonderful, and I want to give a special shout out to my sound technician here. That is my daughter. You may have seen the other lightsaber. So she loves to be a part of the show. We're gonna toss her a rose here. Here we go. She deserves it. There you go. Oh, sorry, sweetie, we missed. Okay. So thank you so much. So you can come and join me in my stream if you like. We have a Tic Tac trivia. I've moved to Saturday, technically Sunday at 12:30 a.m. Eastern, so you can come and play that. And we're going to do coffee time this week. So Monday to Friday, come in and have some coffee about 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and that'll be fun. So thank you so much. Love it, love you. Mwah.
Thank you. Guys, she's also an admin for the show. So please feel to reach out to her if you'd like to be part of the show. At this time, I'm going to welcome Roll and Bariqua Queen. A big congratulations to you both. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. Guys, please love on them. And also, please make sure you follow and favorite both of them. At this time, if there's anything you guys would like to promote or shout out, please go right ahead.
You want to go first?
Go ahead, roll, because you're basically with family. So go ahead.
All right, y'all. I just want to thank y'all for having me on the show. Y'all, please make sure y'all hit Mesh with a fave. If y'all new in here, and if y'all came in here to support me, hit this beautiful queen with a fave right now, y'all. And most definitely favorite me too. Thank you for having me on the show. Y'all know me. I do a show every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time called Acting Out. It's an improv show. So if you love a little acting, Please make sure you pull up if you'd like to be on the show. I also have some admins that you can reach out to. And I also have a show called Say It With Your Chest. So if you've been having a bad day at work, your kids getting on your nerves, anybody getting on your nerves on the app, y'all could come in there and say it with your chest. Get it off your chest, get it off your heart. Once again, thank you, guys. Shout outs to Donna Cooks, my wife. Shout outs to my daughter over here who got me slaving for her right now. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you,
And
Rose.
my
Thank
admin Coco Sweets is right there in the comments, y'all. Shout outs to Kitty Commander who got
Shout
her
outs
top
to Sunny.
dash.
Shout
Shout
outs
outs
to
to
Joe Best.
Sunny, Joe Best. Shout outs to Lady Love. Shout outs to Mesh. Shout outs to Boricua Queen who kept me on my toes to make sure I did not forget about this show. Okay, she was in there every 5 minutes, like, did you forget? Did you forget? Did you forget? All right, thank you.
you. Sounds like
Love
Marikwa.
y'all. Big shout outs to Boricua. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, Rose. Thank you. Thank you, Rose.
Hey, listen, I have a job to do and I do it real well, apparently. So there you go.
Right. Okay. At this time, Marikwa, shout outs.
Okay, so thank you everybody for the love and always supporting me here. I'm one of the admins, not only for Mesh, for other people here on the streaming world. I have a show with Mesh that we co-host together on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So actually every other Monday, which this Monday is called the Mic Drop. Just come here and we have amazing, amazing talent that come over here and battle against each other as a team effort for the winning of who can drop the mic the best. So just come. It is an amazing show, trust me. Also, I just stream here barely, but you will see me being admin with Mesh on the Mejstory, also judging here on the app on Hoops, Search for the Star, sometimes Idol. And I will be there this Sunday as well. And then you will catch me on playlist, being in the concert, the Idol concert. I will be there performing this year. So I cannot wait. And that's all I have.
And thank you. Quickie is absolutely amazing. And yes, upcoming this Monday, on Monday, set your alarms 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have, and you can come a little earlier, we do have a DJ, but we have a show called The Mic Drop. And this is where individuals are placed into teams and they compete as a team for the ultimate mic drop performance. So as a team, they will be winning or they will not be winning. So guys, it is actually a lot of fun. They also are given challenges that they have to complete within the teams. So it gets very competitive and we love a good show. Who doesn't? At this time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your listening. I absolutely adore you. If you'd like to be a part of this show, Once Upon a Mess Story, please make sure you're reaching out to myself or any of the admins. They're shaking and waving their hands in the streams. But the show will also be on a hiatus for the balance of May. And then we will be resuming the first week in June. So please make sure that you tune in. We have a lot of time to get those stories out to you so you can start writing your script. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Top Badge Mesh, bringing to you Once Upon a Mesh Story every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you. Big shout out to my top three of the stream. It is Humble Nuts, my Gold King. We have Top Bad Smurfy, my sister. We also have Lugs. We also have number 4 is the beautiful Top Badge Kitty Commander. And we also have my lady, Lady Love. Please make sure you hit them up all with a favorite. Thank you. Have a blessed weekend. Thank you.